Hey there, Wastelanders, and thank you for joining me. Now, I know something's different about me, right? No tie, button undone. You know what that means? It's rant day, and I have a good bit of stuff to rant about. So, in yesterday's video, we go over a house divided theory, as I've been calling it, which is that Anthony House, is it Anthony House or is it Robert House that we see in the trailer? If you want this video to be over with and you just want an answer, it's Robert House. It's not Anthony House. Anthony House is not only schizophrenic, he has no clue how to make that type of technology. And probably by the time we see this, Mr. House already owns H&H again because he bought up all of H&H with the shell company underneath his brother, using a spy as well by the name of Henderson within the H&H company. I know I'm talking fast. You got to keep up because I got a lot to say. So, let's calm down a little bit. So let's start here. You can find something inside of Anthony House's office which raises a couple red flags and is what some people have been saying is the reason how he takes over Mr. House's place. And that thing is the override key, the Lucky 38 override key. Now, if we take this key and we go anywhere in the Lucky 38, we can't do anything with it. We can't do anything with it anywhere because the only thing it's used for is to uncover the hidden messages left by Anthony. So, why would this be in his office? And, we don't find Anthony's body there, or anybody's there as a matter of fact. All we find are robots and mines and traps and such. So, what could this be used for? Maybe the spy Mr. House had went in and took all the data from that company, to bring back to Mr. House, because I bet he'd want it, just in case. Who knows what his brother was up to, his crazy brother, the one that thinks that if you look into his eyes, you can steal his brain thought. Or that he wore a special hat around, or that he didn't let his employees, go pee or use the bathroom at work. Yeah, that's definitely the guy, looking straight into people's eyes, not wearing his silly hat, has all this money somehow. It's not him, guys. I'm really sorry, but it's not Anthony House. And this Lucky 38 override key is nothing more than a way to open up the secret messages Anthony left behind. And also, why would he leave the thing behind that would gain him access into the Lucky 38? Think about that. Why would Anthony House leave the Lucky 38 override key at his office if he was planning to use it at some point? Because it wasn't his, and that's not what the point of it is. I'm very, very angry at this probably mistaken spelling on this key card by the creators or the devs or whatever, because this key card, like stated before, is only used to open up secret messages. So that means it was not used by Anthony House, the one hiding those secret messages in the terminal. It was used by someone trying to uncover secrets within the terminals. And who would that be other than Mr. House's spy, Henderson? And what does he do when he's done using it? He leaves it there because it's no longer needed. He didn't find anything of use there other than Anthony's ramblings about missing his father and how he's mad his father won't talk to him anymore and how he probably went on to Mr. House. Yeah, a guy like that, it probably has $30 million in the back of a car and is going to go test a product that he has no use having, or there's nothing in the story that provides any I'm getting angry here, guys. See? This even talking about it, because I could be talking about so much other cool stuff like Vault 24 and what they're doing in Vault 24 and how they're probably were trying to make Americans like communist sympathizers that would act against America to start a false flag to start the war. That's probably what it was, or something to that level, or probably because Mr. House would love to control people. He wouldn't have to, guess their actions or, make predictions based off of their character. He could just slap something onto them and they would be observant. Wouldn't that be so much easier to have used on the courier, and is clearly technology that will never be fully used because we would have seen it used by Mr. House? Yeah, sorry, little tangent over. But let's put it in picture. This Lucky 38 override key is only used to gain data from the H&H building. It is not used anywhere else. It has no use anywhere else. And also, do you think House would allow him to get that? Do you think anyone really truly has access to the Lucky 38 besides House? And I'm talking about the penthouse. On top of that, why would his crazy brother be sitting in front of his master control terminal when we know the only person allowed in that room was House? And maybe those actresses he had over to scan their brands? This theory falls apart the more and more you talk about it. I don't know what to keep going over because there's nothing to go over. There's nothing about Anthony House other than showing how, like, unfit he was to even create creations. He didn't create anything. He produced tools. He produced tools. Wow, that means he could produce a brain chip and then also get access to a vault, which he definitely didn't have access to because he probably was broke as hell, especially after, Mr. House buys up all the stock in his company and takes back over. So in the trailer when he says, "You've bought the H&H gun, right?" Not only would he be saying that to guys who are like worker class, probably below that, like below poverty. Why, if it was Mr. House, wouldn't he ask him about like a robot or something? No, because he knows these guys don't have access to robots and they're actively talking crap about him on the TV, and then he sticks up for himself. That's what he's doing. And then he says, "You bought an H&H gun, right? Well, that fueled every dollar spent is a vote cast." That's what he says. Per verbatim. Why would he be talking about that, about his brother's stuff? It's not Anthony, guys. I'm about to cry. Because it's not Anthony. He's crazy. He's schizo. He thinks he can hear his dead father. There's no basis to stand on here. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like this video as much. I just got to get this out because I got no one to rant about this to. Because, my lord, this theory is getting dumber and dumber by the day. The more I look into Anthony House, the more it shows it's not Anthony House. We shouldn't be talking about Anthony House because he has nothing to do with this whatsoever. Excuse me, sorry. He has nothing to do with this whatsoever. He has... Just please, if someone could genuinely comment down below what... like, something that would make this connect at all, because he doesn't have the H&H company. You can't stand on that fact anymore because it's not a fact, it's false. Anthony House took over the H&H company. That's what happened. He bought it with a shell company. If you don't believe me still, here's the emails of them talking about it. I'll put them up here somewhere. Okay, so where does that get us to? What's the overview of this video? What's the point of me even rambling? Because I'm trying to prove a point. And that point is, it is not Anthony House in the trailer. I'm sorry to break it to you. I really am. But not only was he crazy, he was a schizo. He thought he could talk to his dead dad. And from the emails, it's shown that he probably didn't even have a degree. Come on, guys. Just drop the theory. Drop it. Please. I'm tired of hearing it. Or seeing people in the comments talk about it. Or, oh, they're probably going to retcon something, so you're basing your entire theory on the possibility that a retcon is going to happen about Anthony House being crazy? Dude, no. I think they know that if they retcon anything to do with New Vegas, or even tweak the story, the fan base is going out the window. The Fallout show is over if they fumble this. So, what are they going to do? Add in a character that nobody knows about, and the only reason you guys know about him is because you see other people talking about him? Go in the game to the H&H factory. It's boring as hell in there. There's nothing to do in there. All you can do is fight a few robots and find out that, oh, this dude who's very clearly supposed to contrast everything House is not. An idiot. Someone who can't control his emotions. Someone who hasn't gotten over the death of his father. Someone who just cannot cooperate in daily life. Kind of like House, but still. I've been going off on tangent and tangent. This theory is dumb. I said it. The theory's dumb. The theory's stupid. Because it has no grounds to stand on. His brother doesn't have access to H&H. He doesn't have access to the Lucky 38. The Lucky 38 override key is something used by Henderson to get inside of his stuff. The only way you can find these secret messages is by picking up the card and activating it in the terminal, and then you get access to it everywhere else. Also, if this card that would allow him to override the Lucky 38, a literal golden ticket into for eternity, to be immortal, a golden ticket, and he leaves it there. Oh, but you know, he's gonna come out of whatever vault he's in or cryopod he's in, and then go back to his factory that's booby-trapped out the wazoo, and then take it to the Lucky 38. Don't you think, like, the one thing that would, like, you know, make you immortal you'd keep on you at all times? Yeah, because that's what it is. Get out of here with this theory. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm sorry if this video was different from my other videos, but quite frankly, it just has no grounds to stand on. It doesn't. And if anyone can show any little, even foothold of what it could be, because what we see in this show, and I'll get closer so you guys hear this. What we see in that first episode is the man who knew, not the man who did not know, because Anthony House didn't know scratch. He thought his dad was still talking to him from the dead. He was schizophrenic. I'm really emphasizing that because people seem to forget or not realize that Anthony House is showing signs of schizophrenia. He thinks people can read his thoughts, or that if they look in his eyes, they can take his thought energy. So he wears a hat, and how it's actually his hair, so he can no longer get a haircut. So we would probably be seeing a guy with some long-ass hair. It doesn't make any sense.
It does not make any sense.
At all. You know what makes more sense is that Liberty Prime is going to come in this season. That makes more sense because you can connect the dots or something. Or that maybe Vault 24 was used to turn Americans into Chinese sympathizers and then attack America to start a false flag. I mean, we know that type of stuff could happen, especially with the automated nuke systems in Appalachia and how they have to assess threats and such. He doesn't either even have the money, probably either. The H&H company was probably nothing compared to what Robco was and everything Robco did. It's not Anthony House, and that's all I have to say today. So if you enjoyed the video, please like down below. If you'd like to see me rant or freak out about something, please let me know down below. And for a more nice part of this video, thank you guys for 60 subscribers. I'm really appreciative. My last two videos have kind of blown up, so thank you guys a lot. I enjoyed making them. I enjoy proving you guys wrong. And most importantly, if you want to argue with me in the comments, do it. I will argue with you all day in the comments just to prove you wrong. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching today. And you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.